Hi, good evening. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Good evening. I'm fine. How are you?
That's fine. I'm great. Thank you for asking. Well, we are going to start right now. Thank you for coming on time. Just give me a second. I just need to uh, connect my light.
Okay.
Your name is Anthony, right?
Yes, Anthony.
Okay, nice. Well done. Okay, so I was a little bit confused with that, but well, now I can see your name is Anthony. Well, Anthony, welcome to the class. As you can see, my name is Christian. So I am Christian and I'm going to help you in this level. So tell me, have you studied English before?
Uh, yes, I have studied English in the college, but only the basic nouns and pronouns. But I have a little time with no study English.
Okay, well, no problem. Well, in this opportunity, I'm going to help you. Well, all these weeks, all these classes, I'm going to help you to clarify your doubts. If you have any question, you can tell me. If there is something I don't explain very well, I am also going to repeat that again, or I'm going to explain it in a different way for you to understand. Okay, to start a class, well, we already have 15 minutes after the the time to start, but no problem. Okay, we will finish on time. Okay, and this
Okay.
opportunity before we start a class, let me ask you, do you like cooking?
Yes, I like.
Okay, pretty nice. Tell me, what can you cook?
Traditional uh, uh, food of my country,
Traditional food. For
like
example,
like chicken with tomatoes, like bread with with I don't know how to I don't know if the correct word is yam. I can't remember that, but
okay, don't worry. Well, I ask you if you like cooking, and what can you cook? Because, well, this unit, it is supposed that this unit it's about food, okay? About how to prepare something or how can we cook or prepare something. Let me ask you, do you have, well, do you know the recipes of by memory, or you need to read the recipe? Like the ingredients and all those stuff,
uh, sometimes I remember the receipt,
the steps.
but
Okay.
but uh, but only sometimes I have to the receiving in memory.
Okay, that's pretty nice. Thank you for sharing with me about well about this. In this opportunity, let me show you what is our today's topic. Yesterday we talked about the present perfect. Did you watch the class on YouTube?
No, I can't watch the class recorded because I don't have the link, so we can join to the class
Okay,
yesterday.
okay, just in case you can't come to the class, we always upload the video or the class on YouTube. The YouTube channel, well, the YouTube link, it's on the description of the WhatsApp group. I am going to show you in a moment, okay? But maybe
Okay, thank you.
that's the main part. Well, yesterday we talked about the present perfect. Actually, we focus on the WH questions in present perfect. I'm really sorry. But in this opportunity, we are going to focus on the sequencers. Well, we will learn about sequencers and what are they. Before we start, remember, I told you that today's class, it's about recipes. How do you prepare something or how do you cook something? Before we learn about that, let me show you some cooking verbs. We use the cooking verbs, of course, to express or to mention how we prepare something, okay? The way we prepare different things we have to do. Remember that cook, it's like, in general, these are specific verbs we can use to talk about the procedure or the process of preparing a dish, okay? Right now, for example, we have, let me point it out. For example, we have break, which is common for eggs, of course. Then we have melt. Sometimes we need to melt something to prepare another thing. After that, we have spread, layer, roll out, fry, peel, mix, whip, saute, taste, cut, or chop. As you can see, cut and chop are together, even though they are similar. At the end, they are different, or they are a little bit different. We also have slice, grate, add, pour, pinch, steam, boil, barbecue, roast, bake, stir, and wait. Okay, so these are some of the cooking verbs we have. Do you know the meaning of all these verbs, or do you have questions about it?
Yes, with the next one, with so
Let me
finish
see.
this word with
This one, saute.
okay, so what's the pronunciation?
Oh, repeat again.
What's the pronunciation of the word?
Saute.
So okay,
Saute. Yes, this is not very common because, well, or I mean, the pronunciation of this verb is not very common because actually the pronunciation or the word is, or it comes from French, okay? Saute.
okay.
But this is, for example, when you put vegetables on in water, so then, or sorry, in oil, and then you start, for example, stirring your vegetables. So that is the meaning of saute. Any other, or are they clear?
So no, only
That's it. Okay, very good. So, well, I am going to share with you this presentation on the WhatsApp group in case you want to read it again, or you want to check vocabulary and take notes. Okay. Well, this is about the cooking verbs. We will use them in some activities. Okay. But in this opportunity, remember that our main topic is about the sequencers. How do we use the sequencers and what are the sequencers? Please, in this opportunity, I'm going to ask you reading the 5 sequencers for this class, okay? So we have 5 sequencers. Can you read them? Okay, read.
okay. First, next, then, after that, and finally.
Nice, okay? So these are the sequencers, okay? Maybe you already have an idea of what are the sequencers or what is the use of the sequencers, but in this opportunity, let me read for you. We use the sequencers to explain the order of events. Also, they can be used to organize text and make it easier to understand. As you can see in this part, sequencers have two important uses. First of all, explain the order of events. For example, when you are telling a story, you need the sequencers. So you need to say what happened at the beginning, then what was the next thing or the next part, then another part of the story, and well, at the end, you need another sequencer to make people know that your story is in order. And the other use is to organize text and make it easier to understand. An example of it is when you have a recipe. Okay, for example, when you are going to cook, you need a recipe book and you are reading step by step how to prepare something. For example, if you want to make, if you want to cook a chicken, I don't know, this is an example, but if you want to cook a chicken, you know that first you have to do something. Next, you have to do another thing. Then after that, finally, so you need to go step by step to prepare a chicken in the correct way. You can also vary the steps, or you can also add different things, but the result, it will always be similar. Okay, so remember,
Okay.
the sequencers help us to order events and also organize text. Is that clear for you? Yes?
Yes, it's clear.
Great. Okay, so in this opportunity, let's read a little bit about the sequencers. Okay, right now, please read the first paragraph. We use
Okay. We use a comma after first, next, then, and finally when they introduce the sentence that describes the action. First.
very good. As you see right now, something important we need to take into account when using these sequencers, it is important for us to use a comma, okay, the punctuation. In this opportunity, as you see, we have the use of first, okay? But it is important to check this, okay? We use a comma when they introduce the sentence that describes the action. It means that when we use these words at the beginning of the sentence, we need to use, for example, a comma. And then we introduce the sentence that describes the action. For example, let's create some examples that are common. Tell me, what is the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Open the eyes.
Okay, open the eyes, but then after opening your eyes, waking up, so what do you do? Taking a shower, having breakfast, reading a book. So
Okay.
what do you do?
The first thing, taking a shower.
Okay, so maybe we can say first, let me see, after waking up, first, comma, as you see, we introduce the action by using first. It means, everybody, well, it means, Anthony, that this is the first thing, okay? So your activity, your first activity during the day, there is no other activity before, okay? The activity before is waking up. So after waking up, first, you take a shower, okay? We are creating these sentences with common examples, right? As you see, first, for an action that happens before any others. So this is activity number one. There isn't any before first, okay? Before first, there is no activities, okay? After, there are more, okay? But in this opportunity, first is activity number 1. Great.
Okay.
Now let's move on and check the next, well, the next 2 steps, okay? Let me see. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I'm gonna move these sentences because we are going to use them, and I'm going to eliminate this 2 things. Remember, commas, okay? Right now, let's read the next part about next and then. Please help me reading this, the first paragraph.
Okay. Next and then can both be used for an action that happens after another action.
Great, okay, well done. As you can see in this part, well, next and then, they are the same. They have the same meaning. So we can use them in any way. But let's read the following. Next is for an action that happens immediately after another action or as soon as possible. So in this case, when we use next, we are talking about something that happens immediately, okay? Now, let's check your examples. After waking up, first, you take a shower. What do you do after taking a shower?
Immediately dress me with the towel.
Oh, repeat again.
Dress me with the towel.
Okay. Dry yourself. Oh, let me see. You dry yourself with a towel. Okay. This is an immediate activity you do. But what happened if we want to use then? Look at the use of then, or at the meaning of then. Then is for an action that happens after another action. If it's not immediate, okay? In this case, so maybe we can use, or we can mention something that happens not at that moment, but it happens like some time after, okay? So maybe, well, again, for example, you take a shower. If we want to use then, remember, it doesn't have to be an immediate activity. It means that it can be an activity you do, for example, 15, 20, or 30 minutes after taking a shower. So right now, omit drying yourself with a towel, dress up. So right now, forget about those activities. Tell me, what is the next important activity you do after taking a shower? Anthony?
Yes, I'm thinking. I'm thinking the correct word for how can I say with my hair? Peinar.
Oh, you can say comb my hair.
What's the word?
Comb my hair, like that.
Oh, yes, comb my hair.
Okay, in this case, well, the activity is comb your hair because I'm creating the sentences about you. So as you see, next, you dry yourself with a towel. We use next because this is an immediate activity. But if this activity is not immediate, we use then. Then you comb your hair, okay? So it's something that, of course, you need to do, but in this opportunity is not immediate, okay? So these are the sentences that we create using next and then. Remember, next is for immediate activities. Then is not for immediate activities, but it's for activities that happens after another one. Okay, let's move on. Right now, we have the use of after that, okay? Look at this. Can you help me reading the use of after that?
After that is for an action that goes after other actions previously mentioned.
Very good. In this case, we could say that after that is similar to next and then, but we use it only to express actions that goes after other actions. So in this case, after using next and after using then, we can use after that, okay? After, next, and then. As you can see, over here, we have, well, this action 1 and action 2. So we already have an action, then we have another action, and then we use after that in the third, fourth action, okay? Now we can move to our next sentence. After that, tell me, Anthony, what do you do after combing your hair?
Eat my breakfast.
Very good. After that, you eat your breakfast. Well done, okay? So this is a morning routine, as we can see. Now we have the last sequencer that we are learning in this class. The sequencer in this opportunity is finally. You know, finally is for the action that happens at the end, after any others. Okay, now, finally, comma, what do you do after eating your breakfast?
Brush my teeth.
Oh, brush your teeth?
Yes, brush my teeth.
Okay, brush. Oops, I'm sorry. You brush your teeth. Okay, this is a morning routine. Okay, maybe after these activities you do something else, but because we are only learning about 5 sequencers, we are just going to create 5 sentences. Okay, so as you see, after waking up, first you take a shower. Next, you dry yourself with a towel, or then you comb your hair. After that, you eat your breakfast. Finally, you brush your teeth. Okay? As you can see, these are simple sentences about a morning routine, or in this case, your morning routine. Just remember that when we use first and finally, they are always in that position. First is always in sentence number 1, and finally is always in the last sentence. Okay, in the sentence number 5 or 10, but the last one. Okay, the last sentence. Now, let's pay attention to something important about the sequencers. Let me ask you, Anthony, do you see any difference in these sentences in the sequencers?
Some different.
Yeah, is there any difference that you see about something?
No, really. Different. No, I can't this guy.
Okay, let me ask you something. Do you remember that we use the comma with some sequencers?
Sorry?
Do you remember about the commas with the sequencers? Commas
Yes.
with sequencers?
Yes.
My question is, do all the sequencers have a comma?
Yes. All the sequences have a
Are
comma.
you sure?
Mm, after that, doesn't have a comma.
Excellent.
Correct?
Well, as you remember, very good. Okay, well done, Anthony. That's correct. Okay, when we use after that, we don't need a comma. Let's pay attention to the information on the presentation. As you see, we use a comma after first, next, then, and finally. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sequencers that need a comma. But when we are talking about after that, we don't use a comma. Okay, Anthony? Okay. Okay. Do you have questions about the sequencers, Anthony?
No. I
Okay.
don't have a question.
Great. Okay. Remember, when we talk about the sequencers, we always express two uses. First of all, order events. Okay. Second, organize text. That's why in this moment we are going to practice, or we are going to see an example of events. Okay. What is the question in this opportunity, Anthony? Can you read the question?
Yes. How do you prepare a sandwich?
Okay, great. How do you prepare a sandwich? As you see, do you like sandwich, Anthony?
Yes, I like tomato.
Yes, they are delicious, okay? And do you know how to prepare a sandwich?
Uh, yes.
Yes, excellent. Okay, so right now you are going to help me to prepare a sandwich, right? We will read together the steps to prepare a sandwich.
Okay.
So as you see, we are using the sequencers, but let me see, there is a mistake in this part. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna correct it. Okay, no more comma in after that. Okay, let's see. Right now, we are going to read step by step how to prepare a sandwich. First, tell me, Anthony, what do we do first?
First, spread mayo and ketchup in the two slices of bread.
Okay, very good. It looks simple, okay? Actually, it is really, really simple. So first, spread mayo and ketchup in the two slices of bread. What is the next step, Anthony?
Sorry, only I have a question. Mayo is the simple form to say mayonnaise, correct?
Yes,
Ah,
mayo, we could, let me tell you that mayo is the short form to say mayonnaise.
oh, okay.
Okay, so mayo and ketchup. Now, number two, then, what do we do then?
Then cut your vegetables, tomatoes, and lettuce.
Okay, very good. So cut your vegetables. Well, in this case, I gave you only two examples, right? Tomatoes, lettuce, but I don't know if you use any other ingredient. Do you
Oh,
think
no.
that we need more ingredients, more vegetables, or that's it?
Yes, I put a slice of onion in my sandwich sometimes.
Oh, okay. So that's something great. These are maybe some of the common vegetables we put in sandwich, right? Lettuce and tomatoes. Well, these are the first two steps. Now, number three. What is step number three, Anthony?
After that, add jam and cheese to the slice of bread.
Nice, okay. Add ham, this is ham,
Ah, ah,
and
okay.
cheese, okay. So these, well, in this case, this is a ham and cheese sandwich. That's why we only add these things. For example, you can prepare a chicken sandwich or well, these are the main sandwiches you can prepare, right? And sometimes you can only prepare a sandwich with vegetables or something like that, okay? Something more, I could say healthier, okay? Something healthier than, for example, ham and cheese, okay? Well, let's see this slide. We are using the sequencers to order the events, okay? To express what's the first activity, what's the first action I have to do, what's the second one, the third one. So I'm expressing the order of the events when using the sequencers. Now, let's move to the last steps to prepare a sandwich. Okay? Tell me, Anthony, what's step number 4?
Okay. Next, put all the ingredients together in the sandwich.
Very good. So you put, well, the slice of bread, vegetables, ham, cheese, more vegetables, and the other slice of bread. Okay? So until step number 4, we could say that we already finished. Sometimes it is supposed that well, it depends on you, but in this case, this is my recipe for a sandwich, so we haven't finished yet. Okay, let's read number 5. Please, Anthony, read it.
Yes. Finally, toast your sandwich to have a more delicious meal.
Very good. So toast, okay, as you see, this is, well, this is the sandwich that we already put together with all the ingredients. Then we have to toast it, okay? We have to put it on the stove, on a pan with oil or with butter, and we toast it, okay? To have a more delicious meal, okay? Again, as you see, we are using all the sequencers. As you remember, well, in this opportunity, in step number 4, we have next. Remember that next is used for immediate activities, immediate actions. In this case, well, then and after that are used before because we need to go step by step doing these things. For example, when you have the vegetables cut, okay, you don't put them on the bread at that moment, or well, it depends on you, but I don't do it. That's why I told you this is my my way to do it, my steps. And well, then you put the ham and cheese to the slices of bread. So at the beginning, you have to prepare the slices of bread with mayo and tomato, and then you put the ham and cheese. That's why next is not number 2 or number 3, because that's not something immediate. You need to cut first and then put some things on the bread. And now, well, you see that after putting the bread, ham, and cheese together, so we put the other ingredients, right? In this case, the ones that are missing, the vegetables. And finally, of course, since this is the last activity we are going to do, no more activities after putting ingredients together, we only toast it. And after toasted, we eat it, okay? And that's it, okay? That's my way to prepare a sandwich, okay? Do you have questions about the use of the sequencers, Anthony?
No, I don't have questions.
Great, okay. Do you have questions about the way I prepare sandwiches?
No, it's clear.
That's nice, okay? Very good. Well, in this opportunity, Anthony, order the events from 1 to 5 and use the sequencers to complete the sentences. As you see, we have 5 different steps to make a sandwich. I'm sorry, to make cookies, okay? So look at this. We ate the cookies. We gathered the ingredients. We baked the cookies dough. We made the cookie dough. We decide to make chocolate chip cookies. Okay, in this opportunity, tell me how to prepare cookies. But you need to put well, first of all, you need to order the events from 1 to 5. For example, maybe you can tell me that event number 1 is this. Actually, that's not number 1, okay? That's why I gave you the example. So you have to give me a number for each step, okay? Now, I will give you 1.5 minutes for you to think about the correct answers and the correct words, okay? Remember, first, order the events. Then we use the sequencers as they should be, okay?
Okay.
Okay, very good. You have 1.5 minutes, okay? Think about the correct answers, the correct order, and then we practice together. If you have questions, I am going to be here.
Great, thanks. Okay, I think I have it.
Okay, Anthony, time's up. Tell me, what is the first action?
Okay, the first action is first we decide to make chocolate chip cookies.
Okay, you're right. First, we decide to make chocolate chip cookies, okay? That's right. Now, tell me, what is the second action?
The second can be next or then. No, then we gather the ingredients.
Okay, let's see. Number 2, this one.
Yeah.
Okay, I could say that, well, which one do you prefer, next or then?
I prepare next.
Next. Okay, well done. Okay, continue. Tell me, what's number 3, activity 3?
The activity 3, after that, we made the cookie dough.
Well done. Okay, number 3, let me see. After that, we made the cookie dough. Okay. Number 4.
Then we bake the cookies dough.
Very good. Okay. Oops. Number 4. What is the sequencer?
I use then.
Then. That's right. Okay. Then. Okay. We bake the cookies dough. And well, of course, number 5, it's obvious. So
Yes.
tell me the complete sentence. What is the sequencer in the sentence?
Finally, we ate the cookies.
Okay, finally, comma, we ate the cookies. Okay, Anthony, let me tell you that your sentences are correct. This is the correct order for making chocolate chips cookies. Okay, so congratulations, Anthony. It was a great job. Okay, as you see, this is not very difficult. At least these recipes are short and they only need like few steps. We will continue practicing this tomorrow. So I hope you are ready for it. Just before we finish, well, that's all for today. Let me ask you, Anthony, did you already receive your username and password for the Speak platform?
Yes, I received my user yesterday. I, if I'm not wrong, I start with the lection in the link in the platform.
Okay, well, in that case, Anthony, let me show you the photo. Well, let me see. Okay, I'm going to switch to Spanish. Voy a hablar español solamente para aclarar esto. Bien, como ya recibiste tu usuario, solamente ya ingresas a la plataforma.
Sí, ya puede ingresar allá.
Excelente. Creo que está un poco sencillo entender cómo vamos a trabajar en ella. Solamente a aclarar lo siguiente. En la clase de ayer, la grabación que subí a YouTube, ahí les explicaba cómo usar la plataforma. Como les digo, bueno, como te acabo de decir, no es tan difícil usarla. Sin embargo, ahí están como pasos o cosas que tenemos que hacer para al momento de entregar las tareas. En este caso, pues estamos en la unidad 1. Te animaría que pues empieces a trabajar en las actividades de la unidad 1.
Okay.
Y que, claro, como te mencionaba, puedes ver la clase del día de ayer que era sobre el present perfect. Si ya has usado el present perfect, pues entonces no se te va a dificultar mucho, que creo que no va a ser así. Entonces,
Okay.
lo otro es lo siguiente, solo déjame compartirte pantalla rápido. ¿Ok? Bueno, en este caso, lo principal es, dame un segundito. Lo que quiero mostrarte rápidamente es solamente esto, ¿ok? Que en el grupo, este es el grupo de WhatsApp de nosotros, el que estamos utilizando, ahí donde les envío el link. Por cierto, el link es el mismo todos los días, ¿ok? Así que
Okay.
todos los días que ingresemos, pues siempre vamos a ingresar con el mismo, ahí déjalo guardado ya. Si
Está
ves,
bien.
aquí está el link de la plataforma. Bueno, las clases son vía Zoom, ahí le voy a poner yo el link, pues ahora o mañana. Y luego de eso, pues el detalle que es el horario lunes a jueves de 5 a 6 de la tarde. Y por último, el link de reproducción de YouTube. Si no has ingresado al link, creo que sí ingresaste, pues aquí está, ¿ok? Cualquier cosa aquí lo podemos encontrar para que pues veamos las clases que todavía que están ahí en el canal de YouTube, ¿ok?
Okay, está bien, Cristian.
Very good. Anthony, solamente pues animarte a eso, ¿verdad? Trabajar en las actividades para que podamos practicar lo que estamos viendo aquí en clases. Ahí puedes ver y vas a ver actividades del present perfect, actividades de sequencers y un poco más. Así que, well, Anthony, nice to meet you and thank you for coming to the class. I hope to see you tomorrow.
Okay, Christian, thank you too.
You're
Have a good
welcome.
night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.